Hello everyone. Today in the Hot Wheel room I have a lot of cars to show you guys. Vintage Blackwalls, Real Riders, Johnny Lightnings, Greenlights, some package stuff, some loose stuff, well, actually a whole bunch of loose stuff. We've got two cases. One's a 48 car case full of Blackwalls, which I'm going to get to, and another vintage 12 car case full of more old Blackwalls. First of all, let's have a look at some of those really cool old Johnny Lightnings and the vintage Hot Wheels Real Riders, Blackwalls, and there's even some very rare Redlines in there for you Redline collectors. A whole bunch of Mustangs and Maxi Taxis, Baja Bruisers, whatnot. All stuff we're going to see in the next couple minutes. Well, let's go in for a closer look at some of these fine models. We've got some really cool Johnny Lightnings. This red and yellow Dodge Monaco is a hard one to come by. It was a mail-in offer that you could get through Johnny Lightning back in the, I think, the mid-90s, maybe the mid-2000s. But either way, it's really detailed. You can see it's got tail lights and a phone number on it, and just fantastic model. Got a few other cool ones. They all have opening hoods. Dodge Aspen, Monte Carlo. This Coca-Cola promotional Ford sedan delivery. And then rounding out the mix of Johnny Lightnings that I have loose here are these two Dodge vans. Now I thought they were Johnny Lightning, but when I look at the bottom, it just says Planet Toys Incorporated, 2008. They're really quite detailed other than the plastic base. Nice rubber wheels and rubber tires, mag wheels I should say. And they look like something Johnny Lightning would make, so I'm not really sure. And here are the Redlines of the group. Some Boss Hoss Mustangs. Or, sorry, Mustang Stalkers, not Boss Hoss. The yellow and blue stripe was a rare car from 1975. Pretty sure it was 75. The white with the blue stripe is extremely rare, known as an alternate color. Mint that car is worth about $700. I had to pay a fraction of that because it's chipped. And this Super Chrome is in immaculate condition. It almost looks like a blister pull. There's not one tarnish on it, not one chip. And I got that car for 25 bucks, so that was definitely a steal. The Maxi Taxi is a car I've been looking for a while. I'm still looking for a good Blackwall version since mine's pretty beat up. And the Baja Bruiser with the plastic base. Yeah, that's the plastic base one. I have the metal one in good shape, but my plastic one was chewed, so there you go. And moving into the Real Riders. A couple nice A-Team vans. Some Super Scrapers and Bywaymen. The rare one here being the Super Stampers 1985 yellow Real Rider with the white Real Rider wheels. It's missing a couple of its fog lights on the roll bar, but other than that, it's pretty decent shape. And the Real Rider Cadillac. Pretty cool car, you don't see all that often. A couple other more common ones. So that's the loose ones I had. Got a few more here and some really chewed up blisters that are going to get pulled momentarily. Okay, moving right into these vintage Blackwells I got on cut blister cards. There's no messing around here. These cards are ruined, so what's left of them. That's a nice car I've been looking for a while. Finally loose to the light of day. What a beauty. Another one. I didn't really need this one, but I think mine has a couple chips, so this will work. A decent filler, or replacement I should say, to my filler. Very nice forestry truck, Blackwell. Hard to come by too. Nice, what do you call it? Bywayman. Looking for the one with the white wheels still, but the chrome hubs is a nice one as well. I have to say I have been tempted to get out my white paintbrush and see if I can't change the look of those wheels, but that wouldn't be authentic, would it? Beautiful Nissan 300ZX with the opening door, something you don't see on Hot Wheels anymore, even in the premium adult collectible lines. 32 Ford, hiding behind a bunch of yellowed plastic and tarnished cardboard. A few. This is the thing about keeping vehicles in the package too long, actually. In some cases you get residual cardboard and ink stuck to the vehicle, and sometimes the vehicle itself will lose paint just by chafing against the cardboard in the package. So for you openers or non-openers, I'm sure that's a dilemma we all face. These ones look in pretty good shape otherwise. Oh, that's kind of a cool car. They stand up on their own. The robot cars. Zombot and something else I think they're called. Well, they roll just fine, but you can stand them right up. And knock them over. Sorry, vintage Hot Wheels. Here's a Matchbox Firebird Racer. I love the old Matchbox with the suspension. They roll really nice. Solid cars. The scale's horrible, but they're not too far off, I guess. I almost got dust all over from being in the package, but you know, they're either too big or they're too small, I find. That's what she said. Here's a nice new Hot Wheel that Mattel's come out with this year, and I normally don't focus on the main lines because everyone can get them, they're kind of boring, but I have to commend Mattel for the detail. Taillights are painted. Even the marker lights are painted. Very nice casting for 2012. I'm hoping that 2013 brings more cars of this quality. And this one's going to hit my new racetrack pretty shortly, which will be in a forthcoming video. And of course, while we're opening cars here, I've got a whole bunch of these Matchbox police cars. My favorite casting, but dying to open one, and now is the time to open one. What a great little car. Matchbox has definitely improved the scale over the years. As you can see the difference from their previous cars from the 80s and early 90s. Now that Mattel owns both Matchbox and Hot Wheels, the scale's a little better. It's obviously not quite right there. This Camaro's humongous compared to that Buick, which should be enormous compared to the Camaro, but still. Just a wonderful casting. Looks like they wrote a story on the bottom of it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed those ones. There's not going to be too many more openers, I don't think. A few more cars I'm going to open up here. Some hot ones that I got. Not actually opening these three here, but this is the final case of the Hot Ones series, and I was lucky enough to find a couple at my local store. I already bought the case online, which comes with 2 of each casting, and there's a couple cars in there that there's only 1 of. Of course, I didn't find those ones at the store, but if you're out shopping and you see these ones, especially the Subaru Brat, pick them up because they're not that easy to come by. And I'm seeing this particular Subaru selling online for $20 to $25. So it's obviously going to be a collectible piece. You might want to pick them up. This is from a previous case, so not the final case, but I haven't opened one of these cards yet, and I really wanted to open one. So they look like they're just, and they are, they're made so well. Big heavy cars, very similar to the cars of the past with the metal bases. Sounds a little rattly, but that Torino is going to be hitting my racetrack as well. And I want to see what these hot ones really can do nowadays. So I'm going to put that one through its paces because I have a few of them now, so I don't mind if it gets chipped up, which cars always do when they're on the racetrack. Another Hot Wheel. I stopped buying these since the price hit $7 a truck, but this one's just so cool. I couldn't pass it up, and it comes with a little flattened car in there too, I think, so yes it does. See what that's all about. Interesting. A little plastic fold-up car. Suspension looks like it's been improved even over the 2011 models. I collected a whole bunch of those ones, about 125 of them. This is my first 2012 one. And we got this car here, which looks like it's supposed to snap together or something for the kids to squish, or even me for that matter. It's kind of cool. Personally, I prefer my tinfoil cars. You gotta be really forceful to squish that one. So, anywho, moving right along. Got this Blues Brothers set. I've already opened it up because it was a bit of a challenge, but some more great castings from Greenlight. 2 Dodge Monacos. So those are really cool. It's got the road dust on it and some other neat effects. And some Johnny Lightnings to open. The old Project in Progresses. These are, I forget what year they're from. Anywho, I think about 2005, 2006, but the package is destroyed on these vehicles, and normally I would keep them in the package, but great chance to open them up when the package is ruined. So I have somebody to thank for not taking care of their collection, and now I get to appreciate the mint vehicle that was within the package. So that's a flat blue. It's very realistic. Tail lights, silver chrome. Great piece. They've even got a simulation for the old beaver panel peeling off. Maybe some baboons got to it at the local zoo. What do we got here? 71 Mercury Cougar. Package is all yellowed. So got little thumbtack holes riddled throughout it. Whoa, just jumped right out there. That one's got some tape on it. Another very nice piece. These have the opening hoods on them, of course. For sale, 555-2789. It's a fake number. I like that yellow trunk. Somebody's really pieced that car together after maybe a collision or something. One more project in progress that I'm going to open up here is this 55 Crown Victoria. Packaging is shot. Oh geez, it's just shattered. Must have been sitting in the sun for a while. It's actually so dusty, my hands are getting dirty here. I have to say that is the best one I've opened so far. Look at the rust on that card. Looks real. My granny used to have one of these, white and blue, sitting in her driveway, and it looked probably just about as bad. Sat there for 30 or 40 years before I finally went to the scrapyard, unfortunately. I was too young to save it, but just love that car. It's a Great piece. It's got the steel wheels on the bottom, or at least one of them. Very heavy. It's all metal. And one more, road trips. I haven't opened any of these, but packaging is kind of bent, so these are not easy cards to come by. I had to pay a premium for these ones. And they come with all sorts of little diorama things, a cactus, and giant armadillos, a wolf, snake, a tent. Main more important piece here is the station wagon. A 65 Chevelle. Great car. Very nice. So I went on a bit of a Johnny Lightning station wagon shopping spree and picked up this project in progress. The packaging is too nice for me to open, unlike the other one, so it's gonna stay in its package. I have been hunting this 73 Caprice station wagon from the Road Trip series for over 3 years. Occasionally you'll see it online at about $30. Buy it now. But I was able to win this one in a bidding war at $21, and you can see why everyone wants it. It's a limited production, one of 2,500, and absolutely authentic looking. Really completes my Caprice station wagon collection, since I have, I think, almost every single one now, if not every single one. Another very rare one is this 1960 Ford Country Squire. You can see it's got the wood trim on it. White walls. There is a red version of this car which is equally as hard to come by, but I really like in green better, so another car I was looking for 3 years before I finally buckled down and bought that one for 25 bucks. This is a great car. Jay Leno's got one of these. He turned into a rear-wheel drive, but yeah, Coronado. You don't see those on the road anymore. Station wagon, 55 Chevy Nomad. That's the same as the Project in Progress car I showed you earlier. And the staff car, a Woody, 40s Woody, I would say. Pretty cool piece. Here's another one, but in the Christmas ornament version, all chromed out, much like you'd see at a car show. To the left here, 69 Chevy Blazer. Great detail on this. Opening hoods and whatnot. And this 83 Lagonda. I just thought it was a really interesting looking car. It's not something you'll see in North America, but that's a supercar of Europe. These next two cases I'm about to show you, a 48 car case and a 12 car case, are quite interesting because they came from a collector who may or may not have passed away, and maybe his stuff was sold at Consignment, but as you can see, he was quite organized, he or she I should say, and kept diligent records of all these vehicles penciled on the front of this vintage case, which the seller threw in for free. I didn't even know I was getting these cases, so talk about a bonus. I mean, that one right there is quite a vintage piece, and who knows what's hiding under this paper. I'm going to peel that off eventually and see. But I got some really nice cars in here. I didn't get the person's whole collection because they were pieced out, but I did get about 70% of it. And quite a few cars I needed, some duplicates. Some really rare ones too. That's not it. Show you in a second here. Get that over there. Get that one over there. I mean, that van's pretty rare, but unfortunately it's rather beat up. And this one here is not a cheap car to find. It's in great shape. top eliminator. One of the jewels of the collection though is this Redline super van. Very nice shape. Like there's a Ferrari 312 in here. Those are $50 cars any day of the week. And a whole bunch of other nice Corvettes and Porsches and flat out 442. There's a Stamper 3-pack Corvette, mint. A couple Redlines. We've got the, well, that's the Blackwell version of that one, but there's a Redline version as well. Great shape. Some 57 Chevys, and where did I put that really rare one? I thought it was that one. Nope. Must be in the other case. So, not a bad deal. That adds a significant chunk to my Blackwell collection. I got this. Yes, it is. It's in here. So there's only one layer to this case. We've got a couple ones that are in need of repair. It's missing its bucket. That tractor's otherwise in great shape. Dozer's missing its hydraulics, but the tracks are still good, and they're the rubber ones. Those are often brittle with age, so they get torn off. Nice little forklift, some trucks. But the main piece of this collection that I want to show you is this Gold Hot One version of the Mirada Stalker. And it doesn't appear to be a fake. So perhaps that's the Mexico version. That's the only version I know of that has the Gold Hot Ones. Normally, it has the Blackwell wheels. No other difference. The country still says Malaysia. But whoever I was bidding against to buy this group of Mirada Stalkers also knew it was worth money, because the price did jump up to about $27 for a couple of these cars, all because of this one. Since the other ones were nothing rare, somebody else knows that that one's not normal. So I was super happy to win that car, even at a premium price, because it's mint and I've never seen it before, except for in a Mexican auction. But those cars are selling into the thousands. So the last two cars I wanted to show you, Knight Rider. I had to buy this one from the States. You don't find those around here. And the new Treasure Hunts for 2013. To me, they don't really look like a treasure hunt, and I don't think I'd pay more than $1.35 for that anyways, but oh well, it's kind of neat. Hope you enjoyed this very long video. I actually have a lot more to come, which I'll show you in a future video. Got some more parcels on the way, Johnny Lightnings and Hot Wheels and whatnot, so stay tuned. And happy holidays.